on how to draw a caricature of Scarlett Johansson. She's in this summer's big blockbuster movie, Avengers Civil War, and I just thought that she would be a really good person to jump in on. Okay, so I'm going to break it down for you using an undersketch. I have a pink colored stick, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do, even though with Park Sketch I wouldn't do that. Okay, here we go. Her face here, I see it as an oval. I see it as wider because I really want to go after her eyes and stuff. And though she's cute and petite in this picture, everything about her can be buffed up a bit. So we're going to do that. Okay, so I am seeing her as majorly cheekbones and nose here, and then buffing up the lips. Not really caring too much for the teeth, but buffing it up just a touch here. I'm going to make sure that I get her eyes over the top of the S zone, over the cheeks, and then roughing through all of it here. I want to make sure that all of this stands out. And then I would give her her body. Don't stop just because it's not face anymore. Go straight into the body. So I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully it'll help out a bit. Alright, so just like if I were at the park, I'm going to go ahead and start in on her. I'm going to add some weight through the cheekbones, and with a nice confident line I'm going to sketch her all the way through here, and then give her an even cheekbone and back up into a nice thin line. A bunch of this is varied line and it looks really good. I'm going for kind of an asymmetrical look on her today. But for the most part, try to stick with symmetrical until you're really good at it. She only has one ear lobe hanging out, so I'm going to give her a little bit of a ear over this direction, but then cover it up with some hair. This side over here is already covered, so we'll just cover it with a lock of hair. Just nice and easy. Alright, we're going to go from the part in her hair, and we're going to pump up this hair just a touch. It's looking a little crazy, beautiful. We're going to bring it in equally off the head over here, and I'm going to stop for just a second so that I can give her her neck. Alright, though this is the typical big head little neck drawing, it does not have to be an uninteresting neck, though. You guys are all artists. You know what to do with the human body, and you also know how not to make somebody just boring and square-shouldered. So do it. Okay, so we have her arms. Back here, if you've seen her in real life or on the movies, you know she is a little busty, a little curvy, we'll say. So we'll add in all of this interest. I would normally go into the lace and such and make shadows and things. I will just simply leave it like this. This is much more interesting than the little shoulders and nothing really happening kind of a do a lot of people do. Okay, from here we're going to give a little bit of shadow. We're going to wrap her hair back behind her neck, under her ears, using this great kind of a zigzag, a little Dr. Seuss type thing. It's a nothing little line that means everything. And we will go ahead and give her a little bit more interest in her hair. Not much, though. It's saying something on its own. And if she were at my park, I'm certain she would go for color, and I would say more about this hair in the color. None of these lines don't tell a story. If you're going to put something in that doesn't tell a story, don't put it in. Okay, as far as her eyes, I'm going to jump right in here. She doesn't have super arched eyebrows. They're not super thin. They're not super anything. They're just nice. They're nice eyebrows. So I'm just going to leave them just like that and start in thick line, thin line. Change up this eye just a touch. Thick line. I'm gonna put it behind this cheekbone. Thin line. And I'm gonna come back and just give some super thin eyelid lines and then fill her in some great eyelashes. If you're able to, put in the same amount of eyelashes on one side as in the other. Just makes them look nice and even. I'm going to go ahead and give her a little bit bigger of a pupil than what's in the picture. Bigger pupils, bigger eyes means beauty. That's why Disney artists do it all the time. All the princesses have great big eyes. Big pupils. There we go. On the side where your highlight is, be sure that it's highlighting something. So put in a little bit of texture or color behind it. She has, I think, green, blue, hazel eyes. So I'm not going to color them in too much, but I'm not going to leave them alone either. Okay, so she has quite a button nose, a little bit of weight to it here. I'm just going to fill this in and put it up high because her eyes are wide. Okay, and here comes the mouth. Of course, we want to go thicker lines down on the bottom and thinner lines on top. And I'm going to take this up all the way so that it hides underneath of her nose. I just think that that's funny. And then her lips are very thick, so I'm going to kind of do that number and bring this down super thick. I'm even going to go over it twice here, super thick. And then come back and re-emphasize the cheekbones so that they weren't lost. There we go. And then she has this little freckle over here, so I'm going to toss in the cute little freckle. And there is Scarlett Johansson. So I'm going to go ahead and stop with her right there, and we'll come back and revisit it when we color her in. Thanks!